Hi everyone, so today please welcome my lovely Justin DeMers from Click Go Live. Justin have been teaching thousands of filmmakers around the world, and he also get filming Emmy Award with winning documentaries. I just know that actually. Justin has spent over decades mastering his craft of video to build connection and drive sales. Justin, thank you for joining me today.
I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so I'm a bias here because I'm one of your students. Yeah, so why video, Justin?
Um, why I got started with it was, my background is actually photography. So photography and design is what I went to school for. And I realized really quickly that I liked moving images. I liked the ability for sound and motion and all the things that you get with a video that you don't necessarily get with photo. And as soon as I picked up video, I think one of the things that I really connected with was this idea of, I don't want to say story, but it was more of like just like a deeper purpose to what I was doing. And it started with the fascination of, videos about people and relationships, and then moved to videos around companies and missions, and just this idea that video can be a really amazing vehicle for doing good in the world and communicating and connecting with people. And now what I do is I help entrepreneurs who probably aren't great with video, either scared of it or overwhelmed by it, leverage its full potential in the absolute simplest way possible, because there is no other medium that allows you to connect with your audience as quickly and as deeply as video. But it's also really scary. It's also, going live is really scary, as you can understand, or recording content is very overwhelming, and it doesn't have to be. It really doesn't.
Would it be really difference between pre-recorded video and go live?
100%. Yeah, there is. When you go live, there's two things that happen. Number one, you show up differently because there aren't multiple takes. If you say something incorrectly, or your kid walks in the background, like that, too bad. That's what it is. And I think that safety blanket that recorded videos gives people, inhibits their ability to show up authentically. And I also think, from a practical standpoint, if you're doing a recorded content, you spend a lot more time doing it than if you were just to go live and just be done with it in 2 or 3 minutes. And so we're all busy. Wouldn't you rather spend less time and getting better results? And that's what live video does. The other thing is I have a mastermind. It's called Seen and Heard Collective. And when people hear about it, they think that I'm talking about you, the person joining my mastermind, being seen and heard. And it's the opposite. It's you helping your audience feel seen and heard, because when your audience feels seen and heard, they become buyers, and more than just like one-off buyers, they become customers for life, buyers for life. And the ability to give someone that gift of being seen and heard only exists in a live video. It doesn't exist in recorded content, where in a live video, I can say, hey, thanks for hopping on. I can answer someone's question. I can engage with them. I can give them that ability to know that someone is grateful that they're spending time with them in a way that you just can't do with recorded content.
I see you. I'm so appreciate you on the call today. I'm like, yeah, even though we matched the shirt as well, not only that.
We're both wearing red. Why not?
Yeah, why not? And why you start Click Go Live? Why suddenly you start Click Go Live?
Yeah, I got really fed up with marketers teaching video. I got fed up with people who have really great missions and really great products and offers, struggling to sell it, either doing, way too much or following bad advice when it came to video. So I started Click Go Live, and it was funny because I was like, you know what? If a couple of people buy it, cool. I'll have done my part. And here we are, a couple months later, and 1,600 people have purchased it, and more every single day. And there isn't a single day that goes by where I don't get messages from people that are saying, I'm now going live. I'm making sales. I'm connecting with my audience. It feels good. Like it feels fluid. It feels right. And in a lot of cases, those are people that were going live, kind of banging their head against the wall because everyone's talking about going live being like the next great thing, but they're doing it and nothing's happening. And it's not their fault. Like, so I started Click Go Live just to let people know, like, there's an easier way. You can go live. You can make sales. It's not hard. You don't need fancy cameras. You can use your phone. There is a process to follow. There's a formula that I've created. It works. And, as I said, 1,600 people have signed up and it's awesome.
It works, everyone. It works. Yeah, but I learned from you that actually confidence is a skill, and also it learns by time. And you helped me a lot on that because, of course, I have like English issue that I have been complaining about it. And yeah, it's not easy though to like click and go live.
Yeah, it's one of those things where we think that video has to be perfect. We have to look great and sound great and be well rehearsed and have professional clothing and great looking makeup and hair that day. And, that couldn't be further from the truth. The videos where you get to show up as yourself, imperfect and all, are the videos that actually are going to do the most for your business. And speaking of you in particular, it's like, who cares? Like, it's like, who cares? Like, it's one of those things where as long as you show up, people are going to resonate with that. And that's what you've done. That's what you've run with, is like, you're showing up who you are, unapologetically you. And I think that's awesome. I think that's admirable.
I totally percent agree. And I mean, if anyone have seen me at the beginning of like I start doing live until who I am and where I am today, a lot more improved because Justin told me to do live at least 2 times a week. And
yeah, well, it is video is one of those 10,000 hours skills. Like, it's very few people just go live and are great. Like, that's just not how it is. Like, it's a skill, and the more you do it, the better you get. But the thing that I hope people are optimizing for isn't better as in perfect. It's more comfortable being me on camera. And that is something that those are the 10,000 hours. Like, I pick up a camera now and right now, like, I'm Justin. This is who you're getting. I don't put on a show. I didn't get dressed for this. I didn't do my hair. I didn't like do anything. I'm just here spending time with you and your audience. And that only comes from my like years of doing this, getting on camera and being totally fine with it. And so if you're just getting started with live video, you're going to suck at first. Let me just put that out there. If you're just getting started with recorded video, you're going to suck at first. That's okay. Like, everybody does. As long as you're optimizing for you being on camera and you looking at that afterwards and seeing yourself, like who you really are, not some fake performance, perfect version of you, you're doing great. Keep going.
And I also discovered that many people not yet find who they really are until they start exploring themselves and like sharing what they know, what they expert, what they really want to share. That is how they actually discover who they are. Do you agree with that?
I think that's interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that have something to give, but they're getting in their own way. A fear of being found out or imposter syndrome or whatever it is. Like, there is something holding back a lot of people that are good at what they do. Like, if you look at Click Go Live, like, I almost didn't launch it. It was one of those things where, a number of people were like, you have to do this. Like, you're so good at this. Like, why aren't you teaching people how to do it? And I had normalized it. This is just what Justin does. Like, I've been doing this forever. It's easy, but it was easy to me. It's not easy to a lot of people. And yeah, I almost didn't launch it. And it took a couple of people saying, like, you should do this. Like, you really should. And me setting the expectation with myself, saying like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put this out to the world. A couple people buy. It'll be great. I'll help a handful of people. And so I think there's a lot of people out there like that have put in, the reps, as you say, where they have been doing something for a long time and they've mastered it. They've just gained a tremendous wealth of experience that could help a lot of people if it were put, in a way that people could consume it and implement it. And I agree with that totally.
Right now, they can still opt into Live Lab right away, or they have to go through Quick Go Live first?
Right now, it is through Click Go Live. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that is the best investment ever. I mean, Live Lab is like, I have no need to think what I have to go live. Seriously, I'm just like, okay, I plan to go live today, and I just log in and see which hook I do that for real. Like, just see like which hook I'm gonna go for, and okay, I'm gonna talk about this. I'm interested about this. This has happened, and I just pick one and talking to myself a little bit, and then just click. I really do that.
Wait till you see what we have planned, because
oh no.
yeah, there's a next thing for Live Lab that is even easier, because at the end of the day, that is a stumbling block for a lot of people. Like, they know the power of going live. If they bought Click Go Live or haven't, they know how, they know the power of it. But then it's like, what do I go live about? Like, what do I talk about today? And so the idea with Live Lab was just to make it so simple, like fail proof. You literally cannot fail. I will tell you what to go live about. And it's been awesome to see, because, as a member yourself, like, there are people from wildly different industries that take a similar hook or a similar topic and they go live on it, and it doesn't feel anywhere near as similar as you or someone else's. Like, it feels completely different because they're adding their own spin, their own story, their own persona. And it's awesome to see. Like, literally every day I log into the group and I see the weekly thread, and I'm just like blown away by the diversity and just all the amazing lives that are now happening.
Yeah, that's true. Like, the other day I just see someone and we become friends, like, just keep like sharing each other in the community. And I think, okay, let's go to the low ticket, high impact that is also your podcast. And you open my eyes on that, because I have been in the high ticket world for a very long time. So do you, I'm sure. And this is totally game changer. Like, the intimacy is totally different.
Yeah, I like to challenge the status quo. So I noticed that there were a lot of people, going back to this idea of like having a gift that could help a lot of people. I noticed that there's a lot of advice that is given that seems like the only way. Like, this is unilaterally the only way to build a business. There's a lot of people out there that are giving advice like that. It'd be the equivalent of me saying the only way to make sales is by going live, which is not true. You can make sales a number of ways. Going live is one of them. And so I got the same way I got fed up with marketers teaching live or videos. I got a little fed up with the high ticket industry, making it seem like that is the only way to build a thriving business, is charging $5,000 and up, even if you're new. Like, crazy. It didn't make sense to me. And I've always been a build a business that supports you kind of guy, which means I have low ticket and I have high ticket offers. I have everything. So I started Low Ticket, High Impact, the podcast, and a Facebook group to go with it, just to show people like, hey, there are other entrepreneurs out there that have low ticket offers. Some of them use their low ticket offers to get high ticket clients. Some of them build huge businesses selling $7 or $27 things, and that's it. There's a different way. This may be right for you. It may not be, but it may be. And so it's been fun. Like, the podcast, I've done maybe 9 or 10 interviews so far. Again, wildly different industries, people doing really cool things. And the Facebook group is awesome because it's just people interested. They're just exploring, and it works. Like, if that's what you're after, like, low ticket is pretty awesome. It's how I've built my business, and it's awesome because I just love the freedom that it gives me and my family in a way that high ticket offers don't. And I do come from the high ticket world. In the film production day, we were working on projects that were $250,000 and up. And the amount of responsibility and stress that is involved in a project where that much money is changing hands is overwhelming. And it's like not what I'm about now. I've got 2 kids, a wife. Like my life is simple. And so I love low ticket for its ability to just have smaller promises and smaller expectations, and to have just way more freedom in my life.
Yeah. I think it have to choose between they want to provide a service in which way. If they want to hand holding their clients, of course, it's going to be more value to give, and then need more touch base, right? So the cost will come higher as well. But if they enjoy the community and support each other along the way and get the same wins every other day, I mean, in the community we see everyone support each other. You have to need to appear every day even. That's amazing.
Totally.
Yeah. So right now, I see you have many collaboration projects. So what next for you?
So I have a workshop we're doing coming up on basically how to write, design, and launch a sales page. It coincides with low ticket, high impact, or even just this idea of, I had a lot of people reaching out to me saying how have you done what you've done? I don't really understand it. And so I'm co-hosting a workshop with an amazing copywriter named Sarah Tempte. And over the course of 5 days, we're going to walk you through how we do what we do. How do we make sales very easily? How do we have sales pages that work well? How do we, we're not struggling to make sales. And I think a lot of people are. And they've got the thing is they've got a great thing that they sell, a course, membership, high ticket, low ticket, it doesn't matter, but selling it is tough. And so in this workshop, we're going to make it a lot easier on you. And so that's what we're doing coming up. And then, as I kind of hinted at with you, there's something cool in the works that's coming up after that I'm really excited about, because it kind of builds off of Live Lab and my desire just to make business easier for people. And so this is kind of like the next iteration.
We just started Click Go Live in March, isn't it? It's only 4 months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have in four maybe 4.5 months. We're coming up to about $500,000 in revenue. So it's been
that's really fast.
It's been a big growth.
Yeah, but you do ads right away, right?
So we do ads too. I've got 2 lower priced front end offers. So Click Go Live and then 30 and 3, which is how to get testimonials basically. And then on the back end of that, I have Live Lab, which is my membership. And then Seen and Heard Collective, which is my higher priced mastermind. And now this new product. So I'm spinning off a couple of products from our audience. And the other thing that I do is I've got a couple of really, really great products that I recommend, so affiliates. And I was very intentional about the affiliate offers that I would present to my audience, partially because, I would never recommend something that is not amazing. And also partially because I do not want to overwhelm people, because it's very easy for people to just buy a bunch of stuff and then not actually implement it. So I'm very cautious about what I do recommend. But the cool thing is when you have a low ticket offer and you have a list of buyers versus just a list of leads, then the trust is actually much higher. And so recommending offers that are complementary and affiliates becomes really easy. And so where we're at revenue wise, a good chunk of that is actually just through affiliate offers as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think the good things of membership also, you don't need many team members within you as well.
It's just my wife and I. That's it. 2 people.
Yeah, that's already enough. You share a little with your sons.
Yeah, we've got a couple of contractors that do some lighter stuff, but it goes back to building the business you want. I could charge a lot more for everything I do. Easy. And I could have a team. My last company, I had 18 employees. I don't want either of those things. And
But
that's totally okay.
Yeah, but what I noticed is that you productize your course right away after you do live. And that's the way that you evergreen things and you improve the way you get reoccurring revenue, right?
Yep. Yeah. Everything we do is, it's just really easy to buy. Everything we put out there is kind of like a no-brainer offer. It's, if you have this problem, you should just buy what I offer if it makes sense. Like there's no better, as far as I'm concerned, it's all about just making it really easy for people to see, like if they have this problem, to see that you are the solution and that it's just a no-brainer. And so that's what 5 days into our workshop is all about. It's like that sales page has to do a lot of heavy lifting. And if you have the right sales page, it's written in such a way that it's communicating that, selling just becomes pretty easy. Like it's not as hard as a lot of people would have you believe.
Right. See, many projects, but everything is very coherent and I really like the way you run. I mean, I'm still surprised that everything just started in March. It's just a few months ago. Time fly. And I have been with you for a long time. If I think in that way. Yeah. So in case anyone want to follow you or like reach out to you, how can they get to know you more then?
The link will be somewhere. Wherever you've got this, just find the link. Start with Click Go Live. Use that as kind of like your intro to what we're doing, and go from there.
Yeah. Welcome to the club, everyone. And thank you, Justin.
Of course.
Hey, thank you for watching this episode. If you enjoyed the show, you can subscribe here or here. And this is the previous episode. Check it out. See you next time.